Thanks for tuning in to Topanga Boat Sessions. I'm here with Enrique. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. I want to go ahead and talk about the fact that you're from a small town on the border of Mexico and how we are here talking about your music on a boat and that whole journey that got you here.
All right. Well, yeah, I basically, I was born in San Diego, but I grew up most of my life in like you said, this border town called Tecate. It's very rural, so growing up there was a little bit, like, my life was a little bit different than, like, my friends in high school, for example. I always had to drive, my parents had to drive me out to school, like, a good 40 minutes. I mean, in LA, I feel like that's kind of regularly, too, but this was a little bit more, more isolated in a way.
But isn't that really cool to actually come from a place where it's a lot slower, where you generally get time to actually get to know yourself a little bit better?
Yeah, totally. It definitely did actually, like, help me. I mean, that's where I learned how to play music, basically. I feel like if I would have, like, grown up in a different place, I would have done something else.
And completely distracted by all the white noise, if you will. Now, something fun to share with you is I'm actually from a mountain town in Tennessee of 1,100 people.
Oh, wow.
So it is, yeah, but I mean, this is great. Like, we can do whatever we want in life. I mean, we come from small towns. We're here on a boat. We're talking about music, and we're living our dream. Now, something that's really unique about this is the fact that it took a nervous breakdown for you to really shine. And most people don't really understand that a nervous breakdown is one of the most beautiful things that can happen to you.
Right. And you have a really good point there because at the time when someone is going through something really, really tough, like a nervous breakdown, for example, you just feel so locked in a hole. There's, like, almost no way out.
Like, you're the only person that can understand what you're going through.
Exactly. And then typically a person like me, I don't normally reach out to other people and tell them how I usually feel. And I think, like, even if...
What was that moment?
Well, it was a combination of things. The main thing was just that social conformity of getting a job after college and thinking that you have to fit in along with, like, your family or your friends or whatever.
Living someone else's happiness.
Pretty much, yeah. Working for someone else. But you know what? I believe there's nothing too bad about that. The thing is, like, also, I wasn't really, in as short words say, loving myself. And that's really, really important. That's what kind of shook me the most was
that's
to
amazing
not give
that
time to,
Sorry.
to not give time to do the things that I actually love. And by doing things that I actually love, like music, for example, is a way to love myself.
And loving yourself is so absolutely important. It's so sad right now in society that we are living someone else's happiness or attempting to live someone's happiness, that we look at a nervous breakdown as something terrible, that opening up is not okay. But that's a great thing that's going on right now with COVID is it's finally time for us to show that our vulnerability is strength. And thank you so much for, like, taking the steps to really do that and also talk about this, because what you don't know at home is this is the first time Enrique's actually even talked about any of this. And we always hide who we are. And the more that we open up, the more the light inside of us removes that darkness.
Exactly. And you have a huge point there because at that time I was definitely under this shell that was just, like, kind of hard to break through. And I'm a very, like, if you meet me, like, I'm a very, like, optimistic person, and I love making friends. But yes, like, that kind of thing is always, even on the happiest person can also have its own demons, and the more
I think we all have our demons.
Yeah.
I mean, we're human. We're imperfected. We're imperfect.
Yeah.
We're not what society tells us that we are.
Exactly. But, sometimes not being perfect can be perfect.
It's
in
the
a
most
way.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that really helped you come back from that?
Definitely doing more things that I actually love, reaching out to people that I hadn't reached out in a while, and mostly when COVID started, I feel like that's when it actually kind of helped me more because I put more time in my music. I put more time in reaching out to friends to make music, and I realized, what the hell, man? Like, I was at work just struggling and just like coming back home, and I wouldn't make music when I was working. I was just like
Going through the motions.
dwelling the day at work that I screwed up at work or whatever, and so I'm just like dwelling on it instead of like coming home, exercising or just making a beat. And when COVID hit, I did more of that, and I instantly just started to feel a lot better, like just a lot better. Just like my shoulders, like the nervous breakdown happened definitely before COVID.
But it gave you the tools to get to where you are today.
Pretty much, yeah. It actually helped a lot, and I reflected, and now I look back at it, and I'm like, okay, like I was tripping about something that I shouldn't have been tripping about. But I think, like you said, it was a good thing because then you learn to, like, all right, like take a step back, take a breather. It's not the biggest thing in the world. It's not the most worst thing in the world. This is just going to help you in the future to get through it. So honestly, doing anything, like either if it's photo, art, just running, exercise, whatever, give yourself more time to that. And that's the best advice I could give, honestly.
Love that. For you at home and for you as well, I experienced 3 nervous breakdowns. And I am grateful for every single experience because it gave me the strength. I mean, really, pain is a tool. It's the soil that you actually plant yourself to really become who you're supposed to be and really find happiness.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. 3 nervous breakdowns, man.
Oh, I never thought
But
you could
I
cry.
bet you're very strong now.
I mean, we all are kind of continuously growing. It's not like there's the only finish line in life is death. So it's a constant form of, it's just like working out. You don't like work out one day and be like, I'm all in shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never knew that you could cry for 13 hours. Like, never knew that was
Wow.
possible. And I say that out of beauty and happiness because it's what inspired me really to start working with artists, because so many people see you and see your highlight reel on social media and be like, oh my God, I wish I could be that person. I'm stuck in my home. I live in middle America. But the reality is that we all have the tools. But it starts with vulnerability.
Yep. Yeah, and that's not that's not true. And like, that person is happy all the time. No, that's just social media.
And not to mention the amount of hours that you put in.
Yeah, definitely, exactly. And man, I'm that type of person. Like, if it's not how I really like it, I'm gonna spend more and more hours on it. And that's another thing too that I was kind of dealing with too at work. If I don't think it's perfect, then I have to bust myself more to do it when I actually have to take a step back.
Taking a step back, 10 seconds can honestly change your whole entire, not just day, your week, or your month, but really who you are. It's realizing that nothing's happening to me, it's actually happening for me. Because I truly believe that life is the best friend we never deserved. Because he's there, like, hitting you down when you are going down a bad path to prevent you from more pain, and there to help you along when you really are speaking your truth.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing I actually do want to touch base on is for people who also have
Talk to the person that's watching right now.
All right. So I feel like if you are going through something in your life, maybe like something you're working too much, or you're going through like a breakup or whatever, definitely one thing that helped me the most is actually meditating and like taking a breather and just listen to anything or nothing around you, and then come back to work, or just take another break and do whatever the hell you like to do, like make music, like I said, sailboat like you.
Yeah, I just got
That's
my
awesome.
master captain's
Yeah.
license as of 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
All new chapters. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is
And-
my first time on a boat too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, maybe
It was great.
this will give you some inspiration to find some new passions in your life and make yourself more rounded as a person. Because
Yeah,
you can't
hopefully.
really find happiness and passion unless you essentially break a few eggs.
Yep, definitely. And thank you for listening.
Of course, thank you for sharing. And thank you for tuning in. We're going to actually have his song coming right up. What are you going to be singing for us?
I'm actually going to be performing a song I did with my friend Foreignlocal again. So, yeah.
Enrique, thank you so much. And a special thanks for tuning in.
Baby, can't you see? I've only got eyes for you and I feel crazy. With everything you do, you amaze me. So when you come back around, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. Can't you see? Baby, you caught my eye and I can't think clearly now. Oh, clearly now. Like 1, 2, 3 seconds you looked at me, now you're all I think about. I think about. Baby, can't you see? I've only got eyes for you and I feel crazy. With everything you do, you amaze me. So when you come